I love seeing Sam Sulek getting jacked. I think he's 20 years old. There's a lot of talk about how he's a freak, but I gotta pay homage to the monsters that came before me. When I came up in bodybuilding, late 80s, early 90s, we had Richie Gaspari out of Edison, New Jersey, where I grew up. He was 20 years old and was already the runner-up in the Mr. Olympia. Up in Massachusetts, Paul DeMeo, Mike Matarazzo, and who knows what other mass monsters and freaks were walking around at the Montanari Brothers Powerhouse Gym. At Diamond Gym, you had guys like Johnny Morant. They said he had 19-inch arms when he showed up to start bodybuilding, and he only had a little experience from his high school weight room. I saw guys in there that weren't even competing, guys doing military press behind the neck with 3 plates, 365. I saw a woman bench 315. It must have been 1993. The great story was I was squatting with my training partner, Andy. We had 405. Some guy walks through the back leg room. He was dressed. He had suit, like slacks and a button-up shirt. He didn't even ask us to work in. He hung up his sport jacket, got under 405 and did 10 deep reps and walked away. I was like, who the hell is that? He was dressed like a pimp. So you got to understand there were many mass monsters in the 80s and early 90s. Jeff King from New Jersey, the guy was like the original Quadzilla. And back then, the other thing to remember is they didn't really have designer drugs. It was guys that were just taking like D-ball and maybe Winstrol for bodybuilding shows. And those early days set the standard. So it's important that we honor history for those that paved the way. And the last thing I learned at Diamond Gym and Dynamic Fitness, Greg Panora and I agreed on this. You did not earn your respect because of your money or your job. There were criminals and Wall Street millionaires training in the same gym. You earned respect by how strong you were and how hard you work. That is a lesson we can all learn, whether it's the 80s or the 2020s, it doesn't matter. Work your ass off.